review. We're asked to graph. So we know that this factors into x plus 3, x minus 2 over x plus 3, x plus 1. So our domain, it can be all reals except x won't be negative 3 and x will not be negative 1. We can't have zeros in those denominators. That reduces out to 1, reduces to 1, so we have a whole at x equals negative 3. So we're now just looking at our simplified equation. A vertical asymptote at negative 1. So we could dash that in here. X intercepts x comma 0. So when does 0 equal x minus 2 over x plus 1? Well, that's when x is 2. Our y-intercept, 0 comma y. So we have 0 minus 2 over 0 plus 1. So that's negative 2. Horizontal, we look at the degree, and our numerator degree equals the denominator. So it's at those coefficients, so 1 over 1. Well, we can tell that this curve will be right here, this part of the graph, and so our other one must be up here. To solve it, we'll use our fraction busters. So we'll multiply by 2x. So we end up with 5 plus 12x equals, let's see, x is reduced out, so negative 8. And we can solve this. So we have 12x equals negative 13. So x is negative 13 over 12. And the last two on this page, we're asked to divide this out. So divide this by x plus 1. So x times what gives us x to the 4th? That's x cubed. Multiply that out. We have x to the, well, that'd be x to the 4th plus x cubed. Subtract. We have 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. So x times what gives us 3x cubed? Well, that'd be 3x squared. Multiply that out. 3x cubed plus 3x squared. We subtract. We got negative 5x squared. Bring down the 3x and minus 4. So x times what gives us negative 5x squared? Negative 5x. So we have negative 5x squared minus 5x. Subtract away, well, that's plus, so we have 8x minus 4. So this would be plus 8 to give us the 8x. So we have 8x plus 8. Subtract, so our remainder would be negative 12. To decompose, we have to factor this first. So if we box and circle 3x squared negative 4x 1 multiplies to 3 and adds to negative 4, so we'd have negative 3x and negative 1x. So we got 3x and x minus 1 minus 1. So we have negative 4x over 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. So we have a over x minus 1, b over 3x minus 1. Fraction bust, so we have x minus 1 times 3x minus 1. So now we have negative 4x equals a times 3x minus 1 plus b times x minus 1. And then this is where we said, well, what makes this 0? Well, when x is 1/3, because we want to know when does 3x minus 1 equal 0. And now we plug that in, so negative 4 times 1/3. We know it'll make a 0 in this parenthesis, so b times 1/3 minus 1. So we have negative 4/3 equals, well, that'd be negative 2/3 b. Well, we'd have to double it, so b has to equal 2. And then this next one here, we have what makes this 0? Well, when x is 1. So we have negative 4 times 1 equals a 3 times 1 minus 1. Well, 1 minus 1 is 0. So negative 4a equals 2a. So a is negative 2. Excuse me, that should just be negative 4. So a is negative 2. So our final answer would be negative 2 over x minus 1. Plus, we got our b value over 3x minus 1. And the last one, another graphing. So let's have you factor. So we have x minus 4, x plus 3. This would be x minus 4 and x plus 2. That reduces out, so now we're looking at this equation. Well, there's a vertical, so at x equals negative 2. Dash that in. Horizontal, if we look at our degrees, there's the same. So at 1 over 1 are 1. Let's see, where is our y-intercept? 0 comma y. So 0 plus 3 over 0 plus 2. So our y-intercept is at 3 over 2, so 1.5. Our x-intercept, 0 comma, x comma 0. So when does 0 equal x plus 3 over x plus 2? So x is negative 3. 1, 2, negative 3. All right, so we know our swoops must be right here. And then we had a hole at positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can put in our hole there.